divine spear pins the hunter to the broken ground. Golden blood pools as a red holographic icon flickers above his failing hand. Then time unravels. The wound seals, the blood withdraws, and Naoki's body reconstructs in a howling vortex of blue light.
Another death. I can still feel the spear tearing through my chest.
He wasn't always this shattered. Once, he was a hunter with bright eyes and a reckless smile.
What? What is this thing? A save icon, like in the old games.
But every load leaves a scar. He dies and returns, dies and returns, and the counter keeps climbing.
I'll use it. I'll kill every god that stands in my way, no matter how many times it takes.
His first target flickers in a forest clearing, a lesser deity crackling with stolen faith.
One down. How many more before I feel alive again?
He can save and load his death like a video game. And he will use it to kill gods. Only minutes pass in the real world. Saki waits at the camp, and when Naoki returns, his eyes are hollow.
Naoki, you look like you've been fighting for weeks. What happened out there?
Just tired. Nothing to worry about.
Don't lie to me. I know that look. You are pulling away, and I can't reach you anymore.
She can never understand. Every death, every reload, it's all mine to carry. I am going after a real target now. The Autumn Goddess. If I kill her, I'll gain enough power to end this.
A goddess. You'll get yourself killed. This isn't a game you can just reload.
But it is a game to him. One he's been losing for 30 years. Dying over and over, in a loop no one else can see.
Stay out of this, Saki. I won't let you become another casualty.
Saki watches him leave, clutching a faded photograph of the hunters they used to be. Only 3 years ago for her, but a lifetime for him. Naoki hurls himself at training dummies in a ruined arena, each strike a death remembered. Each death a step closer to the goddess's pattern.
Impaled by thorns, burned by divine fire. My body learns even when my mind screams.
I watch you leave and return, but the man who comes back is colder every time. What are you becoming?
I am becoming what I need to be to survive. You wouldn't understand the math of dying.
He rehearses the goddess's attacks like a script. Against a lesser deity in the forest, he dies 3 more times, perfecting a parry that no human should know.
4,211. I stopped counting the pain a long time ago.
Naoki, stop. Just for one night. Look at me. Really look, we were partners. Now I am just a landmark you pass on your way to dying.
Then don't be a landmark. Leave. I can't carry your fear in mine.
And so Naoki marches into the autumn woods alone, his save counter pulsing like a second heartbeat, leaving behind only the ghost of the hunter he once was. At the edge of the goddess's grove, where the air burns with autumn, Saki's voice cuts through the silence.
Naoki, last chance. Turn back with me, or I walk away forever.
Then walk. I've died too many times to turn back now.
I loved the man you were. I won't mourn the monster you are becoming.
She doesn't look back. Her footsteps fade into the mist, and the last tie to his old life severs.
Let her hate me. It's easier than watching her die because I hesitated.
The goddess's sanctuary looms ahead, a cathedral of falling leaves where time itself obeys her will.
30 years of dying, and now I know every breath she takes before she takes it.
His save icon blazes. The counter freezes at the number he's earned in blood. 4,782. He raises his spear and steps into the light. The last hunt begins. Naoki lunges. The autumn goddess catches his spear in a barrier of crystallized leaves and snaps the weapon like a twig.
You storm my sanctuary with that? Pitiful. The ignorant.
Her second strike erases him before he can blink. The save icon flares, and time shatters.
Again. Her left hand drops before the leaf barrier. I'll dodge low next time.
He dies, reloads, dies again. The counter ticks. 4,783, 4,784, 4,785. Each number a scream locked in his skull.
You adapt. How quaint. But I have 1,000 years of patience, mortal. You have only your breaking point.
Pain is just data. Her patterns are nearly mine. One more death, then I'll have her.
A whirlwind of leaves shreds him mid-dodge. He feels every laceration before the reload wipes it clean.
4,800. I can't remember my mother's face. Only the goddess's attack patterns.
But in that blackness, a sequence clicks. He sees the flaw in her barrier's rotation. The next attempt will be the last. He slips through the barrier's flaw, a single breath of an opening, and drives the broken spear into the goddess's chest.
Impossible. A mortal cannot.
30 years, 4,782 deaths. And this is all I feel.
The save icon freezes. The counter locks at the number that cost him everything else. Only minutes pass outside. Naoki stumbles back to camp, but he has aged 30 years.
Naoki, you look exactly the same. I have gray hairs now. Where have you been?
She's real. 3 years. While I was dying in that grove, she lived without me. I killed the autumn goddess. That's all that matters.
That's all? Naoki, you are a shell. What did it cost you?
He doesn't answer. The silence between them fills with 30 years of unshared pain.
3 years. Naoki, you were gone. Minutes. And you came back hollow. How many years did you lose in there?
I could tell her. Then she'd know the number of my deaths. She'd know I am a butcher of myself.
Look at me. I have wrinkles. You are exactly the same. What kind of monster doesn't age?
He stares at his hands. For a heartbeat, they are drenched in golden blood, though they are clean.
I can't explain. I won't. It's better you hate me and walk away.
Better? You are a ghost wearing his face. I don't even know who you are anymore.
She turns. The photograph of them as young hunters slips from her pocket and falls into the mud.
Pick it up. Call her back. But my throat is full of all the deaths I can't speak.
He watches until her silhouette disappears. The save icon glints once, then dims to a sickly red, alone. The silence of the camp presses down like a second death he cannot reload away. As the darkness presses in, the save icon begins to flicker. Not the usual pulse, a sick, jagged stutter.
What? The icon never flickers. Something is wrong.
A holographic panel erupts before his eyes, bathing the camp in red light. Timeline fragmentation detected. 4,782 branch lines active, and then he sees them. Not one death, but an infinite cascade. A forest of corpses, all wearing his face. Each one a timeline where he never reloaded.
They're all me. Every death was real. Every version of me died and stayed dead.
The save icon turns black at the edges. The truth it hid devours the last comfort he had. He screams without sound. The campfire is dead. The world a cold mausoleum of his own making.
I am not a hunter. I am a serial murderer of myself.
He falls forward into the mud. The weight of 4,782 lives crushing him. Into the silence, the mud is cold, but not as cold as the hand that grabs his collar and yanks him upright.
Look at me. You coward. Open your eyes.
That's me, but broken, scarred. What is this?
Every time you reloaded, you left someone behind. I am the version you abandoned to die. Look at my scars. Each one is a death you escaped, and I paid for it. Your ability is a curse, planted by a god who feeds on despair. Every death you escaped, another you took the fall.
A god. feeding on despair. All my reloads were just feeding it.
So stop feeding it. We gather the survivors, storm the source, and shatter the ability forever. Or I'll break you here myself.
The clone's grip loosens, but the threat hangs in the air like a drawn blade. Naoki stares into his own hollow eyes.
He's me. He knows everything I've done, and he's giving me a choice I never thought I had.
The clone extends a scarred hand. A vision blooms, a shadowy colossus bristling with tendrils that drain golden light from countless dying Naokis.
Every reset you used to cheat death, it fed him. Your power is stolen from our corpses.
The vision sharpens. 4,781 Naokis writhe in their final moments, each death a scream the original never heard.
All this time, I thought I was grinding levels. I was just grinding them into dust.
The save icon cracks. A black fissure runs down its center, and the camp fills with the sound of distant, dying echoes.
The only way to stop it is to march on the god's realm and destroy the curse at its root. I can't do it alone.
A twig snaps. Both hunters turn. Saki stands at the tree line, her face ghost white, her hand clamped over her mouth.
Naoki, there are two of you, I heard. A god? Dead timelines? What have you been hiding?
He's been hiding that he's a serial killer of himself. Every time he saved, he left a dead clone behind. I am one of them.
She knows. After all my silence, he just tore it open. And I feel lighter, terrified, but lighter.
Naoki, look at me. Tell me what he said is true. Tell me you knew you were leaving yourself to die.
Yes. Every time I loaded, I escaped into a fresh body, while the old one stayed dead.
Then all this time, you weren't just dying. You were committing suicide. Over and over. And making yourself watch.
She's breaking. And I can't reload this moment. I have to answer for it.
We don't have time for guilt. I need his power and his knowledge of the god's patterns. Without him, the assault fails.
Please, Naoki. I came back because I couldn't leave you. Even as a ghost. Prove me right. Break this curse.
I killed a goddess for power. Now I have to kill my obsession to save myself. All right. I'll lead the assault. We'll shatter it at the source.
Their hands lock. For the first time, the save icon glows not with a reload, but with a promise.
Maybe the man I loved isn't entirely dead. Maybe he just needed to forgive himself first.
Wait. I didn't come alone. There are other survivors, scattered across dead timelines. We need all of them.
The clone raises a hand and a ritual circle blooms on the ground, a pulsing wound of blue light that calls across broken time. Portals tear open. One by one, scarred Naokis step through, each wearing the death he borrowed. One has a missing arm. Another's face is a mask of burn scars. A third stares with hollow sockets where eyes should be.
This is my army. Every wound is a receipt for a death I dodged.
We're not victims anymore. We're the weapon that'll cut the curse from its root.
The gathered hunters raise their weapons. Broken spears, jagged swords, bare fists, a legion of dead men united by one surviving will.
Naoki, this is terrifying. But if anyone can end this, it's this army of you.
I led them to their deaths before. Now I have to lead them to freedom, or a second death no reload can undo.
The save icon flickers, casting a crimson light over the army. For the first time, Naoki feels not the weight of death, but the pressure of a beginning. The clone army crosses a wasteland of dead timelines, toward the fortress that feeds on their pain.
No more running. We tear down that god.
Shadow guardians swarm, faceless, shrieking. The clones fall, but rise, learning to strike as one.
One falls. I lived that death. Keep pushing. His patterns are mine.
Naoki cuts through a tendril. This battle is a script. He's red in a goddess's grove, and his blades know the lines.
Follow the original. He knows the way.
The throne room, a bone cathedral. The malice deity looms, tendrils coiling from its skull throne.
The parasite, the source of every dead me.
Its eyes are purple slits. Its breath is a chorus of all the deaths. Naoki ever reloaded.
No reloads now. One chance. Make it count.
The deity's voice grinds like bone on stone, filling the throne room with the weight of eons.
I planted this ability in you, the moment you first craved power beyond mortal reach.
Dark tendrils reach from Naoki's chest to the god's maw, 1,000 deaths made visible.
Every reload fed me the despair of your deaths and the power you stole from gods.
The save icon blazes with stolen divine light, then falters, as if ashamed.
To break the curse, sacrifice all the power you have accumulated. Every level, every stat, all of it.
The clones tense, scarred hands grip broken weapons. The choice presses down like a verdict.
The autumn goddess's power, the speed, the strength. I would lose everything.
Your choice, mortal. Remain trapped, feeding me forever, or become powerless and free.
Naoki's hand trembles over the flickering save icon. Every scarred version of him watches, breath held. He sees Saki's tear-streaked face, the clone's scarred hand, the 4,782 dead. And he knows.
What is your answer, mortal? Surrender or let them all rot?
Take it. Every level, every stolen power. I am done feeding you.
He presses his palm to the icon. A jagged crack splits its heart, and light bleeds out. Golden energy erupts from his body, tearing through his veins, the autumn goddess's strength, the minor god's speed, all of it.
Fool. You'll destroy us both. The agony howls from its throat.
His armor hisses and dissolves, the divine metal turning to mist. He shrinks back into a mortal frame.
Hold on. The timelines are stitching shut. We're breaking free.
Every death I ever reloaded. Feels like it's happening all at once, but I am still here.
The save icon fractures into 1,000,000 shards, but the curse isn't dead yet. It screams through the deity's crumbling form, a final shriek. And the malice deity crumbles like a mountain of ash, its purple eyes snuffed out. The save icon detonates silently. The red shards rain down and vanish like snow on warm ground.
It's over. You kept your end. We can rest now. Take back your life, not as a god killer, just as Naoki.
One by one, the dead hunters fade into the healing timelines, their scars finally erased.
They're free. I am free. What do I even do with freedom?
The fortress of bone dissolves, depositing him in the camp where his nightmare began.
My hand, it's shaking. Just from ordinary cold, I am mortal again.
No save icon, no divine power, only a man in the dirt who has died more times than the stars. He breathes. The air tastes of wet leaves and a future he never thought he'd have. Saki had searched through the broken camps and the misty clearings, calling a name she was terrified she'd never hear again.
Naoki, don't you dare be dead.
She fell to her knees beside him, her hands trembling as she touched his face.
Warm, woman hands. No ikon, no curse. Just Saki.
Your eyes. They're not glowing. Naoki, you are.
It's over. I broke it. There's nothing left of the monster you hated.
I never hated you. I hated losing you.
They clung to each other in the dirt, the weight of 30 years crumbling between them.
No reload can take this moment. It's mine.
They sat together as the sun rose fully, two hunters who had survived the same war on opposite sides of time. They returned to the base camp. Naoki was still weak, his steps heavy as a mortal man's, and Saki kept her arm around him the whole way.
Sit down before you fall down. I'll get the fire going.
I am sorry for all of it. For leaving you alone. For every death I couldn't explain.
I know. That monster you thought you were. He's gone. I forgave you the moment I saw your eyes without that glow.
Forgiven. Not a word I ever thought would be for me.
So what now? No more gods to hunt.
Now we live. Slowly. Together. No reloads. No shortcuts.
I'd like that. It's been a long time since we just lived.
They didn't speak of gods or curses again. The fire burned low, and for the first time, the silence was a comfort. As the embers faded, they rose and walked toward the tree line, side by side, into a world that no longer knew them as legends. On a ridge overlooking the valley they once hunted, Naoki drives a wooden cross into the soil. Saki watches in silence. He has no bodies to bury, only a number burned into his memory. 4,782. A memory. The scarred clone's sad smile, the missing arm's offering, and the final words, "Take back your life." The one with the missing arm reached out. Not in anger, but in peace. An army of his own face, united for a single fight, gone now into the healed fabric of time.
They deserved better than being my reloads. But they saved me anyway.
He places a single white flower at the base of the cross, next to a fragment of a shattered save icon he found in the dirt.
They were you, Naoki. Every brave part you tried to bury.
They were. And I'll carry them, not as guilt, but as a reminder that I can be whole.
Hand in hand, they stand, the marker quiet behind them, the world vast and unburdened. They settled into a small cabin at the forest's edge, a place with no divine echoes, only the sound of wind and each other's breath. One morning, Naoki was chopping firewood. The axe slipped and sliced his palm. He stared at the welling blood, waiting.
No tingle, no icon. The wound is just there.
You cut yourself? That happens to mortals. Let me see.
I used to reset things like this. Now I'll have a scar.
Good. Scars mean you are alive. We'll be a pair of wrinkled hunters before long.
He looked at the blood, then at her, and the tension he'd carried for decades drained from his shoulders.
Wrinkles. Age. A future I never dared to imagine.
Come on, old man. I'll bandage that, and we'll walk to the ridge.
They stepped out together, two ordinary hunters walking toward a future that only asked them to be present. Months later, in a cabin where the only light at night is the moon through the window, Naoki stirs in his sleep. He dreams of the goddess's grove, the leaves, the spear, the endless dying, and jolts awake with a gasp.
The same dream?
Yes, but it's quieter now. The edges are softer.
She pulls him close, and they lie, listening to the silence of the forest, the nightmare receding like a tide. Morning. They sit at a small wooden table, sharing bread and weak tea. The fire has burned down to embers.
You still look tired. Did you sleep at all after?
Enough. Better than dead anyway.
His scarred palm rests on the table. The axe wound now a pale line. No icon can erase it, and he doesn't want it to. He traces the line, then covers Saki's hand with his. The past is a scar, not a wound, and the future is simply here. On an afternoon walk, they drift to the same field where Saki once found him collapsed. The grass, now tall and green, and there, half hidden in the clover, a shard of the save icon. Gray, inert, rusted at the edges.
That's it, isn't it? The last piece of the curse.
Just trash now.
No spark, no pulse, no tether to any dying timeline.
Then, leave it. Let it rot here with the old memories.
He doesn't even watch it as as they turn away, hand in hand. They climb the hill, two ordinary people who have already died more than any god. The camera lifts to the sky, a vast, clean blue, empty of icons, curses or gods, and the world, for the first time, is enough.